Hello, everyone, and welcome to Battle of the Beasts All Generation episode number 68. I'm Adam, and today we got two more beasts fighting out for one of those last precious spots in round two. We now have 10 more fights to do, and we're getting ever so closer to finding out who are all the beasts in round two. So, at the moment, all the winners from round one are in a massive pile on my bookshelf, two piles, and it's a bit jarring to see such a two giant piles of a bunch of beasts when in every other tournament it's normally not that big of a pile. Now, two giant ones. This is very big. So we're going to start things off by introducing the beasts for this episode. Representing Series 27, The Ghosts of Caridin. Book number 4, Gargantua, the Silent Assassin. All of Gargantua's teammates have already fought, and only Raptex was unsuccessful in his fight, losing to Slivka in a very, very dark, brutal way. Up next, we have, representing the Infinite Group of Specials, with probably one of my favourite colour of the covers, we have Ospira, the Savage Sorceress. Now, we already have 13 specials through to round 2. Will we have 14, though? But we don't have many specials left in round 1 to deal with. We've got Grashgor, Kreta, and Tempera. After Ospira, we only have 3 more specials left, which are Grashgor, Kreta, and Tempera. So, whilst we have 13 through, we could get 16. We might get 15, might get 14, might get none. But with that maths is off. That maths is very off. We could get 20 specials through. That's what I was meant to say. Oops. But with that, let's get to the stats. Oh, wait, no. Terrain will be a rocky terrain. The go-to ones. So let's get to the stats. Gargantua's abilities are Master Manipulator, Mind Reading, Mental Link, Burrowing, Natural Armor, Natural Weaponry, Venomous Fangs, and Constriction. Weaknesses is Melting Weakness and Severed Mental Link. Up next is Ospira with Strength being Magic, with a freezing spell to shoot a spell and freeze people in place, a wind spell to create wind, that's a wind spell that can disperse visions, shapeshifting, a fire spell, and transmutation, which can turn stone into molten rock. Enhanced strength, enhanced durability, smoke breath, voice manipulation, and speech. Equipment is the Stone of Durfsin and a staff, which you can use to create spells. Minions are Varkules, she'll have 10 of those. And weaknesses is Reversion. Lots of stats for Ospira there. Now, going over this, Lucas doesn't actually like Ospira that much. And for me, for a story perspective, I guess I can see why, but for Beast, I do not. Ospira, in my opinion, is a very good magical related beast. And in my opinion, maybe the best magical related beast. But with that, let's get into the fight. So, as the chamber doors open, Gargantua slithers out, creating that metal clanging sound that you hear when two pieces of metal are clanging against each other. And Ospira makes her way out, lays her eyes directly on Gargantua. Gargantua hisses in anger and aggression. Ospira raises her hand and then clenches it into a fist. There we are. As a symbol for her Varkules to come storming out towards Gargantua. Gargantua, in shock and confusion about this, doesn't worry much about it. Where she coils herself up and uses her tail to slash it smashes all of the Valkyries aside, stabbing them with her pronged tail, chomping at them, just crushing them, just slapping them aside like they're ragdolls. Ospira creates a fire spell, shooting a fireball towards Gargantua. Gargantua sees it and coils around the fireball, dodging it. Ospira, kind of shocked and caught off guard by this, creates a wind spell to affect Gargantua's vision, and then shoots another fire spell towards Gargantua, where it hits Gargantua square in the face. Gargantua hisses in pain and goes to snap at Gargantua, but Ospira freezes Gargantua in place, and turning all the rocks into molten lava, she creates a ring of fire around Gargantua, unfreezes Gargantua, and Gargantua just stumbles into the fire, where she coils up in anger and pain, surrounded by this fire, where she doesn't know what to do. She slams her tail into the ground in anger, causing dust to fly and just shake the earth to where the fire goes underneath the earth. Gargantua then gets the idea to lift up her tail and smash the molten rock into Ospira. Ospira ducks out of the way as quick as she could to avoid that, where the rock shatters into the wall. And hiding behind a rock, Ospira transforms herself into a human, acting all scared to act like an audience member that fell in there. Gargantua isn't having it though, and goes to burrows underground to appear in front of her, and goes to snap at her, where Ospira breaks her cover and shoots a fireball directly in Gargantua's mouth, knocking Gargantua back. Gargantua gets back up, all riled up now, and this time Ospira turns all the rocks around into molten lava, and keeps shooting fire directly towards Gargantua. Gargantua's dodging them swiftly, as always, barely grazing herself on the rock. Ospira gets frustrated by this and freezes Gargantua in place. Ospira then creates multiple arcs of fire, making its way towards Gargantua, multiple rings of fire, burning up the entire rocky terrain. Gargantua, seeing all this but not being able to move, feeling the pain, is stuck. She can't do anything. And then after some time of Ospira continuously attacking Gargantua, Ospira then decides to release Gargantua, where Gargantua is able to recoil from the pain. And Gargantua feels how much pain she actually got, to where she feels so weak now. Ospira makes her way towards Gargantua and readying up another fire spell, ready to stab her staff with the fiery conjure of the spell on the tip of her staff. She's about to stab Gargantua in the head with it, but Gargantua speaks to her and says, Wait. How would you like to have the opportunity to have stronger power and win this tournament for both of us? Gargantua lowers her staff. Ospira lowers her staff in kind of confusion. Wondering what Gargantua means by this. And Gargantua goes on to explain that if she's given the chance, she will give Ospira more power than she can ever imagine, to where she can win the entire tournament. Ospira is skeptical about this, because why would a beast that's on a different team to her be trying to help her? Gargantua says that she never tells a lie. She will give Ospira so much more strength. Ospira is contemplating this now. She doesn't know what to do. She doesn't know whether to trust Gargantua or to just kill Gargantua. Gargantua gets back up, not ready to attack at all, and just says, "Well, what's your answer?" Ospira turns round, and after some thought, she accepts Gargantua's offer. So Gargantua says, "Excellent." Gargantua coils herself up into a ring and places herself in Ospira's hand. Ospira sees this and puts the ring on her finger, and she can already feel the power just building up inside of her, ready for the next fight. So Ospira's won, and Gargantua has technically also won. So what we're going to have to do here is just put that down as a Gargantua lost part there. So the beast of Gargantua is dead, but this spirit isn't. So basically, Ospira now has the ring, which is Gargantua, where Gargantua will grant Ospira everlasting strength. And I would say you remember that, because that will come back in the later video, where Ospira's hope might be a force to be reckoned with, might not be. Lucas thought I would do something like that. Lucas thought I might do something like that at the start of this tournament. He was right. But that's because I got given a perfect opportunity to do it. I'm going to take it. So with that being said, that's all for this time. If you like what you saw, leave a like, leave a comment, do have to subscribe, press the little notification bell down in the corner below, and I'll see you next time.